I'm not, I really don't see the point of this fight except for the fact that Pacquiao has a better chance of losing cleanly to Timothy Bradley at this point in time in his career, because I'm looking at it like this. He just made over 150 million. They're saying this is going to be his last fight. The only fight he's saying he will come back for is if he gets a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, which will likely not ever happen. It's looking like to me that Pacquiao may come into this fight a little, lazy, uninterested, because realistically, he's shown a decline over the last couple of years as far as him doing other shit outside of boxing and him making boxing second, to anything else that he's doing. In this case, it's him traveling the world and politics. So I'm thinking to myself, well, how seriously is he going to take training camp? How seriously is he going to take a fighter that he beat twice or should have beaten twice before? He only has one official win over Timothy Bradley, but in my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of fans, he should have won the first fight. And I'm thinking to myself now, well, why couldn't the Terrence Crawford fight be made? To a lot of hardcore boxing fans, Manny Pacquiao versus Terrence Crawford would have been a very intriguing fight. Because for one, he's never fought Terrence Crawford before. Also, it would have been interesting to see the ambidextrous fighter, the orthodox fighter who can fight fluently southpaw go up against Manny Pacquiao. It would have been a great kind of passing of the torch fight. But now I'm seeing a hungrier Timothy Bradley who still has problems with his chin. His chin is questionable. Even though he doesn't get knocked out, he still gets staggered in his major fights. So I'm thinking to myself, Pacquiao with, at that point, almost a year off. We don't know, how the shoulder's going to be acting, if there's going to be a problem at all. But like I said, my biggest issue is I'm concerned with how seriously Manny Pacquiao is going to take training for Timothy Bradley. A guy that he's fought twice before. And then I'm thinking to myself, okay, they went with Brandon Rios, who was coming off of a loss against Mike Alvarado. Why not Terrence Crawford? They went with Chris Algieri, who was a relative unknown fighter. Why not Terrence Crawford? Now, Pacquiao supposedly is the one who picked Timothy Bradley. Pacquiao is going to make at least, I believe, 20 to 22 million at least off of this next fight. And I'm guessing maybe they're thinking, well, we got to make some money off of this fight, because what would pay-per-view sales be for Pacquiao versus Crawford versus Pacquiao versus Bradley? Maybe, in my opinion, 100,000 extra buys if you put him against Timothy Bradley. Because in my opinion, this is only going to do about maybe 500 to 600, maybe 700. I don't know, maybe 600,000 to 700,000 pay-per-view buys. But no matter how you slice it, people are always going to say, well, Timothy Bradley in the third fight is better than Andre Berto. And truth be told, it is true. For if Floyd's last fight was Andre Berto, then in my opinion, that's a dud. That's a bullshit last fight. That's a fight where fans, everyone knew that Floyd was going to win. But when it comes to Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley is the WBO champion again. Pacquiao can go out, if he wins, regaining his title back and beating somebody that he's just 1-1 against. So, I'm talking about on paper. So, in a way, like if you look at it on paper, it's a meaningful rematch. But to us fans who've seen him fight who've seen him fight Morales multiple times, who've seen him fight Marquez 4 times, and now seeing him fight Timothy Bradley 3 times, it's like, okay, all right, we pretty much know what to expect. Timothy Bradley is finally going to show up and be the boxer. Hopefully Teddy Atlas can help him be the boxer that he was that beat Marquez and gave Pacquiao a tough fight in the first fight. Or he's going to go out there and get beat up and overpowered and bullied by Pacquiao like Pacquiao did in majority of the first fight. And definitely in the second fight when he gave Timothy Bradley the first clean official loss of his career. So it just all depends, but as you know, I'm planning on going. 2016 is a new year, so I'm definitely one of them people that's on some new me, new shit, So, I want to get the Pacquiao versus Bradley. It'll be my first trip to Vegas since like 2007 or something like that. But it's going to be my first trip on YouTube, so let's follow the journey. I'm just saying, like, it's a dangerous fight. Pacquiao can really lose this fight because, I said the same thing at the beginning of the video. I really don't know, or we don't know if Pacquiao is going to show up. We just don't know. We just don't know if Pacquiao's really going to be taking Timothy Bradley seriously when the man just made $150+ million. I mean, we heard fighters say it all the time, or, celebrities say it all the time. It's hard to get up sometimes when you're late in your career for whatever goal it is and train the same way when you've made so much money. What is Pacquiao fighting for now? So it's an intriguing fight. It'll be headlines if Pacquiao loses his last fight, because then he can finally say that, he's done, he's washed up, or fans will finally say he's done and washed up. But if he does beat Timothy Bradley, I mean, Timothy Bradley's pound for pound. He's in the top 10 pound for pound, a lot of people's top 5 pound for pound. So even though for us hardcore fans, it's not a fight that we really want to see, it's a fight that's a very meaningful one. That's the best way to put it. So I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. If you don't know, Terrence Crawford is fighting Hank Lundy. How do you go from fighting Pacquiao, no disrespect to Hank Lundy, but to fighting Hank Lundy? It's like Herrera turned him down, Provodnikov turned him down, Postol supposedly turned him down, and the Lundy fight. We don't know what happened with Jose Benavidez, but that's a whole different video. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.